And as you have seen, as I told you, this is again our so-called diamond, if you will. It looks more better on the spot, on the contract. I'm sorry, the euro index. And as you see now, this is the golden point, and that's the first time I have put for you something in a golden color. You know, the colors here mean something to me. I mean, the sienna, and these are a significant point, a structure point. This is the big dash, is a significant point. This is a buy point, and this is a selling point. The red is a selling point. This golden point here, this is a major trend change. Therefore, it will be our buying point if and when the euro trades above the 138.36. And we have closed the week. This is interesting what you have here. It did break back above the 138.36, and it has failed actually twice. If you look at this chart, you see that on the day it broke, which is the 15th, it closed below the structure point that we have, which is the 138.28. But the next day it couldn't trade above that structure point, which you see we have 2 points very close to each other, the 138.82 and the 138.36. They are two significant structure points right next to each other, and therefore they represent a very solid either support or a very solid resistance. And breaking above it on the day of the 15th, when we had this break, should have given us a very big move to the upside, which did not materialize. And then the second day, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, appreciate it. And then the second day, it turned around. And if you see here on Friday, we did go above the 138.21, and we turned back. So actually, this is a big selling sell signal, and we should be looking to continue on selling the euro. So this is pretty bearish, and I would be looking to sell it. As far as buying it, we have this golden point, which is the 138.36. So if it gets above the 138, this is going to be the short-term structure and our long point, and we're going to find a selling point. So I'm just gonna, this is the euro, so my buying point is going to be the 138.36, and it is going also to be my structure long, and in this case it is going to be my stop, because it is such a significant point. So it's going to be my long point, my structure long, and my stop. If you look at this chart, I want you to notice something. This point here, which is about 138.40 or 138, whatever that point over here, remember our golden point that we have found on the daily chart and on the weekly chart, and that is what we call the golden point, is the 138.36. And this is when you begin to know that now the chart is talking to you, because that structural point is identified for you on the daily, on the weekly, or even on the intraday. When you have something like that, the 138.36, look at this. You guys that, if you're looking at the short-term trade, this was an initial move to the upside. You have a classic trend change, and right at the 138.40-45 level, and then it broke to the downside. So that you know that this is something that, and look at this, it was, look here, look here, and this is when you begin to know that there is something to this price action. I mean, it can't be happening like this unless there is a meaning to this number. I mean, you wouldn't see it even in 24 hours to be your supporting time, the structure, the break, and then now it holds up here. So there is a lot of meaning to the 138.36, and of course we have the other point, which is the 138.82 up here. So we are going to, again, this is going to be our buying point. With regards to our selling point, we have to find a place where we can sell it. Trying to find a short point so that we don't get walloped. You always want to look for a structural change. I mean, as of now, I just want you to see what it is still going up. This didn't work. This didn't work. So I guess this is the last one that I have, and we have a number here which is the 137 something. I'm going to find out what it is. So it's the 137.46. Doesn't mean much of anything. So I'm going to look for the daily chart to find the selling point. I tell you what, we closed at 137.92. We have our structural point of 137.46. So this is going to be, I mean, there's nothing on the chart that gives me a clean entry or exit. So this is going to be my selling point. Going to be in my structural short, and it is going to be my stop. Okay. All right. That is the euro dollar. Let me save this, and if I